Good morning and welcome to the Perkins Garage's YouTube channel for a Ford Fiesta Active X walk around video. But before we begin, like always, if you're enjoying our content, please click on that subscribe button and that way you'll be in tune for all of our latest content. For all the vehicle information, please click in the description where there will be a link to our website. So this here is a beautiful magnetic grey Ford Fiesta Active X MHEV. So that is a mild hybrid electrical vehicle. So for the user, that means there's no plugging in, there's no waiting for the charge. You simply jump in it and get some very good MPG out the back of it. That is partly thanks to the 1 litre EcoBoost engine producing 125 PS of power. That 125 PS of power is then transmitted through a 7-speed automatic gearbox. The Fiesta is registered on a 2023 registration, meaning we're taking Ford warranty with us until March 2026. The vehicle itself is on just over 1,800 miles, but like always, I get the exact number once we're on the dashboard in a moment. So, like always, let's head to the near side front of the bumper. Then I can present to you the beautiful remote central locking key in all of its beauty. Simply clicking on the unlock button there is going to wake up the daytime running lamps. The daytime running lamps give you the ultimate visibility to other road users, no matter the lighting condition, meaning you're always going to be seen. So inside there are the beautiful Ford LED headlights there. So you've got some fantastic headlights on this vehicle. We have front parking sensors which trail all the way around the front lip of the bumper, and that's very important because that means we have the self park assist, the automated parking on board this vehicle, and I'll show you what that looks like on the screen once we're inside. Just below the number plate there is that little dull black bit, which is a front facing radar responsible for some of the driver assistance pack, such as pre-collision assist. Again, I shall cover that in its entirety once we're inside the vehicle. Now we're going to come round now and have a look at these beautiful 18-inch machine cut alloy wheels in the Y-spoke design. Machine cut alloys mean you have the silver shiny face at the front, and in this instance we have the gloss black wheels to go with it. Silver painted brake calipers are there as well. These tyres fitted are the Continental Premium Contact 6 tyres, and again, we're only doing 1,800 miles of work. They are like new. I'm going to draw your attention just north very quickly into the windscreen. That there is a light sensor, so as the sun goes down and the moon comes up, your lights are going to come on automatically. Furthermore, I'm just going to have to shimmy round so you don't get the reflection of the tree. We have some more sensors at the top of the windscreen there. So the long one is a traffic speed sign recognition camera. So as you go past a speed sign, that will be displayed on the dashboard. To the left hand side is a light sensor for the auto high beam, and to the right is a rain sensor for the rain sensing wipers. Back down to the body of the vehicle now, we're going to start to make ourselves around it. So just before we do, if I was to lock the vehicle on the remote central locking, take it to half zoom so you can see the indicator lamps. Tapping behind the door handle unlocks the vehicle. Tapping back on the door handle there then locks the vehicle. So it's a lovely system. If you have your hands full of shopping, maybe children, you need to gain entry to the vehicle nice and easily. That is also complemented inside the vehicle with a power push engine button. Don't know why I complicated my words so much then, but you have a push button start. That's what I was getting at. So the two-way colourway of this vehicle is absolutely gorgeous. The gloss black wheels, the rear privacy glass and the black roof rails. So if you're intending on putting a roof box on this vehicle, that's easily achievable. At this stage of the video I take a step back on the offside rear quarter, and I'm just going to gently rock the camera back and forth, side to side, hopefully displaying it to everybody just how wonderful these body panels are and how good condition they're all in. Then we can link that back round now to the offside rear and give you a good look at that. So rear discs on this one, and again the matching Continental on the rear. So the active Fiesta has actually got a raised suspension, so I believe it's 26mm higher at the rear and 9mm higher at the front, so it gives you a softer ride. Moving ourselves around the rear bumper, we have rear parking sensors which are complemented beautifully with a high definition reversing camera just underneath the Ford badge, and that looks amazing on the Sync 3.4 module. Coming round now to the near side before we have a look inside, just going to give it the exact same treatment. So starting off nice and high, I'm going to gently rock the camera down the body of the vehicle, hopefully again displaying how beautiful it all is. So now we're at the near side rear wheel. Give give you a good look at that. Now we can follow it all the way down to the near side front wheel. Again, giving you a good look at that. And whilst the tyre is ajar, you can see that's a perfectly good condition tyre there. So that's the exterior taken care of. Let's have a look inside, shall we? So we've got the double unlock function on the key, otherwise there is a button just left of the camera. And that reveals the incredibly generous volume rear boot space. This is a small hatchback vehicle, but the Fiesta has been a staple of the British motor industry because it's so versatile, and for a lot of people this boot space is absolutely ample, whether it's a couple of suitcases, a bit of sport equipment, or just your everyday items such as shopping. There's a very nice volume boot there, and most people that is plenty. Underneath the boot liner here is a space saver spare wheel with all the relevant tools and jacks required underneath it to change it on the side of the road. So that is the exterior and the boot done. Let's now have a look inside the vehicle. So opening up the offside rear door, starting on the door cards, we have some hardware in plastic, so if you do carry children and maybe they've got chocolate and sweets and other stuff all over the door cards, it's going to be nice and easy to wipe clean. Leading upwards, we have 4 electric windows, so we have an individual control on the corresponding door cards. Looking at the floor before we look at the seats for a change, those are the active floor mats already in there, ready to go, so that's one less thing to worry about after purchase. Now to look at the seats, we have this beautiful Active X interior, so it's a half leather, half suede design, so the suede's at the lower back and the base part of the seat. If you carry the smaller humans of this world, you may require ISO-fixing. So you have an ISO-fixing seat on the right-hand rear, and on the left-hand rear. So clip them in, keep them nice secure. But how gorgeous is that blue stitching, I must say. Very nice. So that's some of the interior. Now let's have a look inside the front, shall we? So again, another point I'm just going to show you quickly. I really like this. I spoke about it a few times. Every door has these beautifully constructed door edge guards. So as you open the door, that little bit of rubber wraps itself around the door. So meaning if you do have children who might get out of your car a bit aggressively in a supermarket car park, your property and somebody else's property is going to be better off for it. So that's a really nice design, and obviously it features on every door as well. Maybe you park your car next to a brick wall like I do, and every time you get home from work you open your door and you accidentally bang your door against your brick wall, and now you've got no paint on your door. Can relate. So that is a really nice feature, I feel. On the driver's door card we have all 4 electric window controls, the electric mirror adjustment and the window locking for the rear. Then interior locking is found just left of the door handle. Now on the driver's door card we have a soft touch synthetic leather on the armrest there, because it can be nice and comfortable on the longer journeys. Now spinning the camera around for the last time, the front driver and passenger seat. Again, it adopts that beautiful half leather, half suede interior with a perforated leather around the lower back, and the base part is in fantastic condition, as you can see for yourself. A manually adjustable seat, so we have a rear tilt, a height adjustment, and forward and backwards is done on the conventional rail underneath. I'm just going to jump inside the vehicle now. You may hear a little bit of distortion on my microphone, so please just bear with me for a moment. Wonderful. Okay, so I said the mileage was just over 1800, and it's 1847.2. And look at this beautiful digital dashboard showing off as I get into the vehicle. So to begin, we have the engine start-stop button just to the left-hand side, foot on the brake, one click of the button, and that will gain us power to the vehicle. So to begin our tour, we're going to show you around the dashboard in front of us. To begin, on the left-hand side, we have a coolant temperature sensor, a digital fuel gauge, digital speedometer. At the bottom, we have the odometer, a gear selector indicator, we have the ambient air temperature, a digital readout of the fuel gauge, and also the bar graph for the fuel on the right-hand side. Then we have the conventional RPM times 1000, counting the revolutions of the crankshaft, also known as the output power of the engine. In the middle section, we have a menu that we can flick through using the arrows up and down, menu button and return button on the right-hand side of the steering wheel. So to begin, we have a beautiful hybrid gauge come down once more, then we're into digital tyre pressures. So again, this vehicle is just about to go into our workshops for a mechanical used car preparation. So that includes checking tyre pressures and condition of tyre pressures. So we do have one slightly lower there, but that will be rectified, don't worry. Back down we have a fuel economy. Then we have different chip computers in there as well. So yeah, a really lovely screen. A few little party pieces. Being the Active X, we have selectable drive modes, whether it's Eco, Sport, Slippery, we've got a Trail, and back to normal, but whatever mode you put it into. For example, let's go to one more, let's go to Trail. There we go, let's go to Trail, because it changes the ambience, it changes all the colours on the screen, so it gives you a different dynamic, a different screen to look at, which I think's really nice touch. And again, you put it into Sport mode, it goes to a lovely grey reddy colour as well. So again, a little feature of these digital dashboards which I think is amazing. Okay, so that's around the dashboard itself. Again, on the right hand side we have the return, OK up and down, menu button. At the bottom we have a voice command, a pick up, decline and previous and next song function. To the left hand side we can find the adaptive cruise control buttons. So if you don't use adaptive cruise control, start using it. It is fantastic for your MPG if you're sitting on the motorway all day. So for example, the top left button sets the distance to the vehicle in front. We have a cancel and resume in the middle with your set speed plus and minus. Top right is a standby button and bottom right is your speed limiter. Just below that cluster we have a volume minus, a volume plus and also a mute button. Progressing onwards, we have a little cubby hole here which is lovely, and we also have a USB-A port in there, a little cut out there so you can thread your wire through, so it's not going to create any tension, and that'll be a great USB port if you're going to take advantage of the Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. Down there, 2 sprung loaded cup holders, big fan. We have 5 individual buttons here. That's the mode button to change the drive mode, 1 to turn off the traction control. This one is the self park assist, which I shall come back to in a minute. We have one there that turns off the parking sensors and one that turns off the automated stop start. Just ahead of it, these are now the controls for the 7-speed automatic gearbox. So foot on your brake, unlocks the unlock panel at the bottom there, and you can bring it down to the relevant drive position. To the left hand side is a 12-volt socket, and to the right hand side we have a USB-A port. Again, so that's 2 USB-As, so 2 people can charge their phone quite happily. Next up is the heating, ventilation and air conditioning controls. Very simple layout, very easy to understand. Fan speed to the left, temperature to the right. This has the winter pack, so it includes 2 heated front seats, a heated steering wheel, sorry I can't get my words out this morning, and also the electronically heated front windscreen, which is standard on most Fords. So let's just turn that off before I get a warm bum. So here to the left hand side are different demist functions, different flows of vents are found in the middle, and air conditioning and recirculation is found to the right hand side. Moving on up now, this now is the beautiful Sync 3.4 module. We can tell that as we have the dark blue band at the bottom. There's many lovely bits of spec on here. Let's begin by popping it into reverse. There is your high definition reversing camera. At the top right hand side of the screen is the proximity sensors for the front and rear parking sensors. This will give you an intermittent beep that will increase in frequency as you get closer to the object in question. Popping it back into park again, that returns back to square one. So we have audio, which is bottom left. In there we then have different sources such as FM, DAB and Bluetooth audio. Next up is phone. This is where you can connect your phone via Bluetooth connectivity. But don't forget, if you're using either of the CarPlays, that will supersede Bluetooth. Next up is the Ford navigation. I'm a big fan of Sync navigation. It's never let me down. And if I can give you a quick demonstration, click the search box. And if you'd like to come to Perkins, you shall need Charlie Mike 77 6 Sierra Alpha. Click the search box and that will geniusly navigate your route here to Perkins in no time at all. I'm not going to click start because I'm here already, but if you were to click start, you can have the directions appear on the screen ahead of you, which is a lovely little touch. So that's the nav. Next off, let's click the parking button. So this here is the Ford Active Park Assist. So that uses the front and the rear parking sensors to build an image, and if it thinks it can park in the space, follow the instructions on the screen, such as putting it into the relevant drive position, and let the steering wheel do all the magic. This is thanks to the developments in electronic steering racks and parking sensors. So it's a very clever bit of technology. So if you do struggle your parking, such as parallel park out, and we've got perpendicular park there, so bay park, and also a parallel park in as well. So it's a really nice feature. If you do struggle with your parking, get a car that will park itself for you. So you can use the indicators to dictate which side of the road you require parking on, and let the vehicle do the rest of the magic. Okay, so now we've discussed that, let's just exit out there, go into settings now. So in settings, I just wanted to show you very quickly the driver assistance pack. So this is what I mentioned when I was out by the front bumper. That includes the adaptive cruise control. We have a speed limiter. You can set this to intelligent, so then that will then operate on the traffic speed signs that it is red. So it will change the limiter based on the speed signs varying. We have a lane keeping system. We have the pre-collision assist there, traffic sign recognition, rear view camera, wrong way alert, and also a driver alert on there. Next up, it's going to take you into vehicle. These are all the vehicle settings. Coming down there, you can see different chimes, remote start setup. What on earth is that, he says. Please download the Ford Pass Connect application, and after purchasing this vehicle you can connect 1 and 2 together, and because it's an automatic vehicle you get some other wonderful features. So if I was to click on it quickly, you get things such as active remote start. Wow, you got climate control, heat, seats and steering wheel, and also the duration. So imagine your situation on a frosty morning, starting the Fiesta, getting the climate control set up, heat seat all set up. Wonderful. I just wanted to show you as well, at the bottom of there we do have the little tab there for the rain sensing wipers, and also the auto high beam, just to confirm everything I was saying to you previously. So the last point on this screen, I just wanted to quickly brief you about Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, both compatible. So connect your smartphone using a USB data cable, then it shall quite literally mirror your phone onto this screen here. Please refer to my other photograph of Apple CarPlay and you'll get a good idea what it looks like. So basically there are apps that are compatible from your phone onto this screen. So again, I'm going to be referring to Apple because that's the software I have, but I can use my Apple Maps, Apple Music, Apple Podcast, audio books, things such as that. But the main point for me is it activates Siri. Whilst my phone is connected, I can click on the voice command button and I don't have to touch my phone at all. I can send audible text messages, I can make phone calls, I can set navigation, play music, all of the above without touching my phone. But again, another popular feature is different navigations. So I won't be offended if you don't like the Ford navigation. I won't be offended, but if you prefer Apple Maps, prefer Google Maps, prefer Waze, they're all compatible on this screen, which is a lovely point as well. So effectively, you've got as many navigations as they give licenses to. So that's about it for me today. Thank you so much for watching this video. I do hope you found it useful. Any questions or comments, please leave them below. Like the video and leave us a subscribe. And hopefully I'll be speaking to you very soon. Thanks for watching, and bye-bye for now.